I was watching Dune last night, and it's got that amazing line, "Fear is the mind killer." And I think as I've gotten older, why that's really stuck with me is because I've begun to think that the opposite of fear isn't bravery, it is curiosity. Hi, my name is Matt Hirschberger. I write about facing a bleak world with hope, curiosity, and imagination. If that sounds like your thing, give me a follow. So if a fireman runs into a burning building and saves a bunch of lives, that fireman is absolutely worthy of our respect and our admiration for that act of bravery and courage. We don't ever seem to talk about, though, the people who, for example, invented fire extinguishers or insulated wiring. Those people saved far more lives than any one fireman ever could. But we don't really give them the same sort of credit because the people that were saved never know they were saved because all that happened was their building never caught on fire. You can't call the invention of insulated wiring an act of bravery. What you can call it is an act of curiosity. It was a person who was interested in how fire works and how it was spread and how it could be suppressed. And then they applied that knowledge to making something that saved a lot of lives. The same is true of the people who invented any vaccine or the people who invented bike helmets or seatbelts or sterilized surgical gloves. All of these people have saved millions and millions and millions of lives, and they didn't do it by being brave. They did it by being curious. In America especially, we like to think of our big problems in terms of wars or fights. We've got the war on drugs, the war on crime, the war on poverty. And the problem is a lot of the big scary stuff that we're facing right now can't be thought of in those terms. You can't punch climate change in the face. And this doesn't just apply to science, it also applies to huge social problems. So if you, like me, grew up in like a conservative Midwestern household, then you know that a lot of the ugly stuff that comes out of that world, whether it's misogyny or homophobia or racism or xenophobia, all of that stuff, you start to get past it, not when you're being brave, but when you start getting curious about the experiences of other people. My guess is that if you take the person that you think of as being really brave or really courageous and you look at their history, you'll realize that before they did the thing that you admire them for, they spent years being curious and learning and asking questions. Anyway, I'm not trying to improve on Dune because that movie and that book are damn near perfect. But if fear is the mind killer, I would argue curiosity is the fear killer.